What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to some more Dakota Collegiate Rocket League. I am so excited for tonight's match. I haven't casted it in a little bit. Squeeze it in today. And I'm joined here by the legend, first-time caster, Humongous. Welcome.
Thank you, Yellow Dog. It's great to be here. I'm super excited to watch some Div B action tonight. And yeah, let's just get into it.
Yeah, I know. That's got to be pretty exciting for you. I like casting my own division more than other divisions because I know more about the people. So it's definitely, for you at least, more exciting than it would be if it was like Div A or Div C. But as I mentioned, Div B, we can get into the stats here across the board here. And I mean, there's quite an outlier here in air raid. A lot of red here, winning percentage, goals, shooting percentage, assists. They were looking like a dominant force, but close second is this Honey Nut team. Pretty close in the goals per game, higher in shots actually, and higher in the saves. So they're definitely a close second. And then the two teams tonight, the Rats and Throw Bros. The Rats sitting at 3-2 with 57% winning percentage. Looking pretty solid so far for 3-2. And then Throw Bros, maybe not the start of the season they've wanted so far, being at the bottom, looking to turn that around tonight. And then Humongous, if you see anything you want to point out here, I know that you're kind of the Div B expert here. I'll let you have at it for a second here.
Yeah, there's no league leading stats for either of these two teams, but obviously winning is gonna be really important for both of these. Throw Bros really don't want to go to 1-5 on the season. That would be pretty stinky. And the Rats obviously need to win if they want to chase down those top two teams up at the top of the current table.
Sure, you just brought up the Rats, and we can get into their personal stats, dive a little bit deeper, and I'll let you take over the Rats here.
All right, thanks. We got the three S's of the Rats: Skay, Sleepy, and Salty Steve. First thing I notice when I look at these stats is that they're all kind of, nobody's league leading in anything. Well, actually, I should say Sleepy is league leading in speed. Sleepy is a really fast player, so you can look out for him zipping around the map, just being everywhere all at once. They also got Salty Steve. He's one of my teammates for Mine's JV team, and I know he's a really tenacious player. Just because he doesn't have any boost doesn't mean he's not going to still go for any sort of play. And then if you manage to get past those two, you got to get past Skay, who is really solid and kind of the anchor for this team.
Yeah, I know this Dakota Collegiate Rocket League Twitch chat, they love blazing Skay. You'll probably see Skay all over the chat all today. They love making Skay jokes all over the time, all over the entirety of the match. But I think that's about enough for the Rats. If we can get into Throw Bros here, one of these players on this team is my JV teammate in Rooney for the NDSU team, which is unfortunately leading in demoed per game in the league, having a 1.6 demos per game, or demoed per game. Not really playing the game all too much, but his teammates, Creed and Omega Blaze, actually being second on this team, right behind Rooney in goals per game. The captain being the lowest, surprisingly, for goals per game. Maybe not getting carried, but I've seen this team, Rooney and Omega Blaze, they do have those pop-off games. And then they're also looking like they get a decent bit of demos per game, averaging around just over 3 per game as a team. And then the shooting percentage coming out from Rooney and Omega Blaze, showing why they are leading their team, the two of them, in goals per game. And then, I don't know. Is there anything you noticed here with this Throw Bros team?
Yeah. Once again, the stats here look pretty even. They're all kind of sharing the love with the goals. Nobody's really carrying the goal, the weight of scoring every time. So it's good to see for teams to be even out like that. So.
Sure, definitely seems like a pretty, well-run team. They have pretty solid rotations. I'm gonna let you go first on this for predictions and possibly game count in this series as well. So who do you have winning this series?
I think I'm gonna go with the Rats in 4 games because I have to root for my teammate Salty Steve. So I think they'll take this one in 4.
I'm gonna take after Whirl here. I'm gonna go against you. Maybe a little bit of bias because Rooney is my teammate on the JV team. But I think they are gonna take it in 5. So I mean, either way, if either of our predictions are right, it's not gonna be a quick 3-game series. I've had a few of those this season, unfortunately. I've gotten away from it since the start. I had like 2 or 3 to start off, but I'm hoping this can be a good series, and hopefully we can get into the match here soon. But until then, kind of just going over these stats once again. Right behind the Rats, and I will quickly mention predictions for chat. They are up, closing soon. I'm not sure how soon, but get those predictions in. Use those channel points. Even those odds, maybe make the odds a little bit worse. But I believe we are ready to get into this game 1 here. I'm hoping this can be a good series, obviously. But I think, yeah, I mean, either way, I think it's going to be a long series. I don't think there's going to be too many blowout wins between these 2 teams.
Yeah, and here we go right away. Ball on the orange side as Sleepy takes it into the air and starts heading back the other direction. He's met by Omega Blaze. The ball is high and sent back into the blue side before... Oh wow, we got a bit of ping pong going on here before one shot for the Rats is sent aside and cleared away into the corner.
Yeah, quickly this ball going back into the orange half here. Rooney taking it to the corner, taking it up towards midfield, trying to get it past to Omega Blaze, but Sleepy finds it off the backboard. Creed gets dunked on by Salty Steve, who gets bumped into the corner boost on his backside. Trying to find this one out mid. Nobody's there except for Skay, but saved by Omega Blaze. He's going to take this one out of this half, but shut down by Salty Steve pretty early on.
Pressure's not over though. The ball's still in this blue half. Skay is up and misses the shot. Salty Steve tries to keep the pressure in as Creed takes control as he looks to remove some of this heavy pressure so far that the Rats have been putting onto the Throwbros team. And it's just unrelenting here. Salty Steve looks for a shot, he misses, and Omega Blaze tries to clear it back over to the other side.
Yeah, this Throwbros team needs to get off their own backline. They've been having pressure on them the entire game so far. I haven't, called out an offensive play from this Throwbros team, but Rooney putting on a shot, proving me wrong. Creed gonna try to keep this pressure, gets a nice pinch, a little closer pinch from his own side. This one bounced out mid. Nobody's there though. Sleepy is gonna try to take control here. Rooney gets a nice 50 out towards mid. Salty Steve's on that one real fast, but Creed gonna put this one to his corner. Is he gonna be able to follow up? Skay ends up getting bumped by his own teammate. Omega Blaze hits this one out to Salty Steve, but Creed with a nice save. This one's back out to Sleepy, who puts another shot on. Oh, possible shot from Sleep, but just misses.
And Creed is able to alleviate the pressure. Skay is there to collect as he tries to work it out of his own corner, but Rooney is there, and Omega Blaze is there for the shot, but saved by Salty Steve. Skay brings it down to the other end. Creed sends it back. And now Rudy is able to clear it back all the way to Sleepy in the back of orange side.
Salty Steve's trying to put on this pressure once again. Brings one to the corner. Can he get the beat? No, Creed on 0 boost. Gets a nice clear. Gets it over 2. But Sleepy is there to put pressure back on to this backboard. Skay goes missing. Rooney's awkward in that. Salty Steve with a shot. And that one goes in. Putting up this Rats team midway through this game 1.
Yeah, that was just kind of a matter of time before the Rats got their first goal. They were dominating that first half of that game, and they finally got the goal to show for it.
Yeah, putting on 6 shots before their first goal. I mean, like you said, it was just a matter of time before they ended up putting the ball in the net with 6 shots. One of them's got to go in. Omega Blaze going for the flip reset. Ends up getting a round 1. He gets a nice 50, the 33-67. But the shot cannot find its way in. Skay gets a nice clear out of the corner. Omega Blaze with a possible double. Cannot find it though. Sleepy with a nice dribble. But gets yammed on in the midfield. Trying to keep this pressure. This Throwbros team hunting this midfield. Omega Blaze, good job taking time. Rooney with a nice demo. But Creed is there for the backboard. Can he find the read off for the double? No, he does not find it.
And here goes Sleepy, and it's an open net, and the Rats have a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, going on early. I just caught with the pants down. Nobody back on defense. Sleepy from his own half. Kind of a weak shot, but ends up going in anyways. I was looking away for, you know, half a second, and it ended up in the Throw Bros net. Going for a fake kickoff here is this Throw Bros team. Rooney gets it over to a Mega Blaze, possibly over to Creed. Cannot find it. Almost got the kickoff passing play. Omega Blaze trying to 50 this in the corner, but Sleepy beats him out to it, putting it on the blue back wall. Creed is there to defend it. Hits one off the corner, beating out Skay. He's gonna try to follow this one up over Salty Steve, but Salty Steve gets the beat. Rooney's there to follow up on his teammate's miss, but gets dunked on. This one could be an open net for Salty Steve, and he just puts it in. What's the little flip reset on the ground? He might have actually slowed this ball down somehow from the backside, but regardless, I mean, they're up 3-0. This is looking pretty dominant in this game one.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Throw Bros' rotation there, but they got caught lacking. There was nobody back, and Salty Steve was able to just walk the dog straight into the empty net. Oh no.
Yeah.
Salty Steve putting more pressure on into the blue side. As Sleepy is up for aerial play, but Creed is on the backboard. Oh, but he's awkward and he misses. It's off the crossbar, and Skay punishes the mistake. It's 4-0 in the first game of the series.
Throw Bros just look out of their element, just don't know what to do. One person misses and then just confuses the other two, and they just don't know what to do. It's just like these awkward misses happening at the most random times. And I mean, nobody on the field expects it, but the Rats team is capitalizing on them faster than this Throw Bros team can recover from these mistakes.
Yeah, this is looking exactly like the Rats team I got swept by last week. Just absolutely cruel and punishes you for every mistake that you make. Here goes Skay with 0 boost, trying to bring it towards the blue side. And Sleepy's there to follow it up, but it is turned aside. And Steve gets a shot.
Oh,
Salty Steve finds a low angle shot, puts it right below the crossbar, and it's 5-0.
Throw Bros not really putting up a fight in game one, just letting them shoot it on net. They have, what was it? Oh my goodness, 12 shots already in this game one compared to 3. Don't mean to ruin the post game highlights or the scoreboard, but I mean, they have 4 times their amount of shots, and the goals are definitely showing for it. Skate trying to put a 6-1 on the board here. Creed shuts that one down early, trying to find some sort of momentum going in this game too.
Yeah, and Creed is able to corral this ball as he hits it towards the sidewall, but Sleepy's there to interrupt his play. And now the ball's kind of floating midfield. Salty Steve acts, but that's pretty much going to do it. There's no chance for Throw Bros to take this game number 1, and huge advantage just also psychologically for Rats as they get ready for game number 2.
Yeah, you definitely said it. I mean, even outside of just losing the game, just being held to no goals, just definitely devastating for this team. And they didn't even have much pressure to show either. It's not even like they had a lot of pressure, just couldn't capitalize. Just had some pretty blunt here, but pretty poor mistakes that, you know, they just couldn't recover from. And props to the Rats for capitalizing on pretty much every mistake I saw from Throw Bros. They kept persisting in their pressure and just broke down the wall over and over again.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see a response here from Throw Bros. A 5-0 loss is obviously huge. They're getting locked back in for this next game, but also I think subconsciously when you win your first game of a series 5-0, you tend to relax and loosen up a little bit. So we'll see if Throw Bros can come out on a fast start and try to switch the momentum of the series.
I'm not sure what is happening. I don't know if you're Rocket League acting the same way, but it's just constantly in. I think I might have lagged out of the match.
Oh, and
yeah,
Skay with the immediate shot. Skay scores in 3 seconds. Throw Bros not with the immediate response I thought was going to happen, but very nice shot from Skay there, and Creed is unable to jump and deflect that one off to the side.
Yeah, just continuing right where they started from, off the kickoff. I'm trying to join back here, but I don't know if it's going to work. Yet again, I'm just loading. I got a black screen. So if you can take over for a little bit while I try to figure this out, that'd be great.
Yeah, Rudy here is bringing the ball into the corner. Sleepy with good backboard defense sends it over to Salty Steve. And
I am Salty.
Dcrl is just on kind of low boost here as they try to clear this ball back towards the orange side. Little air dribble coming out from Rooney, but it's pushed aside by Skay. Now if Dcrl get a little bit of pressure here, we'll see Creed on full boost. Oh, but he can't get a touch, but it's there for Rooney to continue. Sleepy again, no boost, just has to hit it to Omega Blaze. But he hits it to Skay and they send it all the way back down into the Throwbros side. How you doing, Yellow Dog?
I think I am finally getting back into the match. I am. Let's go. I am back in the match.
Welcome back.
What's going on here? I am in director cam. Let's go. Rooney
40.
almost
OMG,
gets
I'm
save
old.
from half field, but gets the demo. Creed gonna take this one up. It's 50 by Sleepy. This one's rolling out mid. Omega Blaze going for the air dribble. Maybe the double tap off the backboard. Almost hits it. Rooney could not hit it off of the 50 from Omega Blaze. Creed gonna take his time with this one. Shot selection, but just could not hit it correctly. Omega Blaze trying to take control of this one in the midfield. Does not take control. Salty Steve with a little bit of a dribble. Gets it past one, but not on target.
And here goes Omega Blaze the other way and gets a 50 with Sleepy. But it goes straight to Salty Steve, who gets another 50. This is looking like a little bit of a midfield battle right now. But now Throwbros with the shot high over the crossbar. And they're going to look to get some pressure here in game number 2.
Yeah, this game 2 kind of calmed down right after that kickoff goal. The Rats continuing where they started from. They led off from in that game 1, but more or less since then, this Throwbros team is kind of putting up defense. Creed really bubble up the field himself and fighting Throwbros' first goal of the series.
Yeah, it was really nice control and then a quick shot to get over that defender who challenged immediately from Creed there. Gets them all tied up. That's big in terms of momentum, how they can switch and move forward, and hopefully they could try to put something together to maybe win this game number 2 now.
Sure, trying to connect with Sleepy is Skay. He's gonna follow this one up in the corner himself. Gets a 50 on Creed. Creed gets 50 by Salty Steve. This one going up for Creed. Does not have the boost to follow it though. Skay with a lot of time and space. Hits it away, hits it over one. But Omega Blaze is there to help out his teammate Sleepy with a nice no boost dunk. Creed with another no boost dunk. Can someone else get a no boost dunk? Skay taking this one up to the midfield. Salty Steve getting a nice bump. But Omega Blaze there to shut it down. He's gonna hit this one off the corner. Sleepy needs to make a touch. He makes one, but it's awkward. See, Creed hits it on net. The defender could not get the touch before Creed could get to it.
Creed with a bit of a change up here. Pretty slow shot, but it finds its way in, so it doesn't matter because a goal is a goal, right? They're up 2-1 now.
I mean, when you're throwing fastballs constantly, it's good to, throw the off speed, throw the curveball. And that's exactly what Creed did there with that shot, putting his team up 2-1, which is huge, not only for this game, but just for momentum coming off that 5-0 loss. And like you mentioned, maybe this Dcrl team pulling off the gas a little bit after that dominant game 1 victory.
Yeah, so here Creed's on no boost. He's unable to get a clear, and it's back over the blue net. Rooney's kind of awkward, but Creed's able to get the boost and get a big clear. But the Rats are still able to maintain pressure. They're keeping it in that blue zone, just tormenting the Throwbros players. But finally, Omega Blaze is able to break out, and he sends it down. Here comes Rooney. Oh, he unfortunately misses, but it might be calculated because it falls right to Creed. And he goes off the corner, trying to get something for Omega Blaze to shoot, but it won't go. And Sleepy's able to come with this little air dribble, but it ends up falling right to Rooney, who just sends it back in.
Yeah, we do have a couple of gifted subs in the chat. 1 from Paco, and I believe 5 from K-Tool. Skay sets me up a little bit of a... is it Castellano? The one baseball player that hit the home run whenever something bad happens. But nothing bad. This is good. Shout out Paco, shout out K-Tool for the gifted subs. Thank you guys so much. Definitely huge members of the community. Obviously K-Tool making the league, but this game tied up 2-2 with only a minute 15 left him.
Yeah, this one could go either way right now. We'll just have to see how it goes. Creed's looking to clear the ball, but Skay wants to pass to a teammate. It's not going to work out as the Rats attempt to get that pressure that they love to have, but Rooney is able to break out on no boost. So that's very important for the Throwbros. Creed takes it back through his own corner, looking to control, get it clear. Salty Steve mid-pass, Sleepy with the shot, and it's a goal 3-2 for Durats, and they're threatening to go up on match point after just 2 games in this series.
Creed with a bit of a rough touch off the ceiling, and I missed who that was that passed. I believe it's Salty Steve that passed to Sleepy. Oh yeah, it was Salty Steve that passed it to Sleepy. And Whirl with the 5 gifted subs. Oh my god, look at this hype train that we got going on. It's becoming quite a tradition every time I throw. Oh my god, Salty Steve. And Skay, I believe, pinched that in the midfield off the kickoff. Salty Steve. Gotta take this one up. Yeah, that was a planned pinch as well from Skay and Salty Steve, putting it right between the defenders. Oh my god.
135 kilometers per hour. That thing was moving.
You got Oh my goodness, and Durats gonna find another goal. Oh, you cut out when you're saying move, and that was so typical ham mic moment.
That was my
going up 3
internet,
goals with only 40 seconds left. I'm not gonna say this one's over, but yet again, this Durats team clutching up in the last half of this game, showing that their game 1 win was not Mickey. Their dominance wasn't Mickey. They're definitely trying to prove that it was well earned.
Yeah, for sure. And what I'm thinking about right now is how both games so far, Durats have scored 5 goals. So I think Throwbros need to figure something out defensively to have a chance at pulling off a reverse sweep here.
Yeah, it's like the 2011 Saints. No defense, all offense. I mean, but the thing is, they do have some defense. Omega Blaze gonna put this one in last second. Maybe one for the morale. With the upside down goal with the flip into it. Definitely huge for the morale of this Throwbros team. They show that they can break down this Durats team. And if I am Team Throwbros, that's what I'm taking into Game 3. That mindset.
Yeah, for sure. And the clock strikes 0, and that'll do it for game number 2. Durats are up 2-0 on the series so far.
Almost a bit of a last-second dookie there coming up from, I don't know if it's Sleepy or... it's hard to tell. They all start with an S, so I really have to pay attention to names here. Yet again, this Durats team pretty even among the scoreboard. Kind of just going down as they drafted. I mean, maybe I believe it's Salty Steve below Sleepy, but regardless, they look pretty even. Yet again, another 10 shots compared to 3. All 3 of Throwbros shots went in. I mean, at this point, you just need to get more pressure. You're putting in all the shots that you're shooting. It's just you only putting up 3 shots, and they're putting up 5 goals, which is just tough. And Creed definitely having a game for himself.
Yeah, for sure. I was definitely going to bring up the fact that Throwbros were 3 for 3 on shooting, which sounds pretty good, but if I'm Throwbros, I want to be shooting more than 3 times in a match. Like that's not gonna. I don't think that's really gonna cut it for, obviously when your opponents are putting up 5 goals. You already hinted at that point, but here we go. Moving on into game 3 of the series. Let's see what Throwbros, how they can respond with now that they're up against the fence.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, they definitely showed that they could, win against this team in the first half the game, the first 3 minutes. Just kind of let go in that last 2 minutes. Maybe it was, I mean, I'm going to mention again that you mentioned, maybe they were, stepping off the gas a little bit. Maybe they realized that they got to step back on it, go full speed, and not be complacent. Sleepy going for a little bit of a pre-flip off the wall to touch, but Creed with a nice touch. This one's out mid. Omega Blaze needs to get a touch, and he does. This one going out for Skate for free. This one might be off the backboard, might just be in. That's a tough read. Creed doesn't have it. Yes, he does. Creed with a nice save on the goal line to begin this game 3.
Immediately, Durats are putting a ton of pressure on Throwbros straight the way. They want to score. They don't want to play game 4. And still on it, Salty Steve cutting rotation. He's dribbling through the corner, trying to get something out mid. Skate doesn't want to commit. And Rudy coming down the other way, gets a 50 with Sleepy. And now Creed takes the ball through the corner. And, a shot from Omega Blaze off the post. It won't go. Now here's an opportunity the other way for Skay, but Omega Blaze is going to be able to recover and snuff it out.
Running with a nice touch out mid, leaving this one for Creed, going for the bump, but Sleepy dodges the bump and gets the nice 50. Gets the pinch with his own teammate Skay. Salty Steve, they receive it. but Omega Blaze beats him out. But Skay is there to beat out Omega Blaze. Creed booms this one away on low boost. Sleepy puts it off the backboard. Omega Blaze barely has it, but gets the demo as well. This one could be dangerous for Throw Bros, but Skay ends up missing. Salty Steve with control in the midfield here. Gets demoed by Creed and loses ball control. Sleepy missing off the backboard here. Creed with the bump, but no one is there to capitalize. Rooney coming in a little bit late on low boost. Omega Blaze with a shot opportunity. Goes wide, and Rooney touches this one to the corner.
Oh man, I thought Throw Bros were gonna have it there, but they just hit the post. It wouldn't go, and now it's back in their side. Who knows when we'll see the ball back on the orange half, but here goes Sleepy, one touch off the backboard, goes again. High, and is easily dealt with. And Creed is able to continue the attack down the other end.
Yeah, Creed trying to continue this attack, like you mentioned, getting a nice 50 to the back wall here. It's another 50. This one's slowing down mid for anyone that wants to shoot it. Double commit coming through. Omega Blaze does not hit the shot, and they're left defenseless. Creed trying to get back as soon as possible. Skay actually taking his time, letting the defense get back. A little bit of a sportsmanship coming out from Skay, showing mercy. Sleepy take this one to the corner. Someone from Throw Bros goes missing. Creed trying to air dribble this one out, gets one touch, but then dunked on by Salty Steve. Rooney trying to take control, also dunked on by Salty Steve. Just a menace on that corner. Creed taking it to the other corner. Misses the boost. This one's rolling out awkward. Omega Blaze does not have it. Creed also does not have it. Rooney there to save the day with a little bit of a hit to the sidewall with the Cuxa pitch. Skay on the defensive end here. Sleepy and fitting his own teammate. Creed with a passing opportunity. Is anyone up? Omega Blaze is, but gets beat out by Sleepy. Creed trying to pass this one out, but hits it backwards off the orange corner.
Yeah, this game is still 0-0 after 3 minutes, and I honestly think that favors Throw Bros a little bit more, because the longer they can stay in the game, the longer they can hang on, the better chances they can win before the games get out of hand like the last two have. But here's a ball center. Rooney gets an awkward touch. He'll need some help from Creed. Oh, it's just enough. Oh, what a save from Creed! And Omega Blaze takes the ball to safety. But Skay is sending it right back. He's getting a pass across, but it's not going to lead to anything, and Omega Blaze can carry it out to the other end.
Omega Blaze looking for the demo. Does not find it. Rooney with the double tap. Does not find it towards the mid. Creed trying to go for it. Left defenseless here. Salty Steve with the shot opportunity. A nice demo coming out from Creed. Basically just, that's an epic save in my books. Does not get the points for it, but it's definitely a save. Salty Steve ends up hitting it back towards his own net. Skay ends up saving his own team. Creed taking control in the midfield, but dunked on by Skay. Omega Blaze taking control up the corner, gets bumped to the ceiling in his own half. This one could be a 50 in the midfield. Creed gets one to the sidewall. Does he have a second? No, that bounces down and out. Omega Blaze with a nice 50. Can he follow this one up himself? He tries to, but Salty Steve there to hit it out. Rooney trying to take control, but Sleepy is there to contest.
Big 50 win from Creed to send it all the way back into the orange corner. Skay will be there to collect, but big 50 from Rooney keeps the pressure on, and Omega Blaze can chase it down. Bouncing off the ceiling, great pass, but no bites from his two teammates, unfortunately, and no shot coming out. But now Skay off the backboard, Sleepy's up, but Omega Blaze is there for the clearance, and Creed sends it all the way down, and we hit 0 seconds. The ball is still up, though. And now it's down. So, we have overtime in Game 3.
Yeah, first, close game coming out from these two teams. It was close in the beginning of Game 2, but, the rest team pulled out. Omega Blaze with a nice touch out mid, Sleepy in the net to stop it, and pushing it down the field. Creed hits it one awkward mid, dunked on by Skay to the corner. Skay gonna take this one out towards the midfield. Gets a nice pass out towards Salty Steve, and the defense is not ready for it. And the Rats gonna sweep in the first game, the first series of tonight of 3.
Yeah, man, that was just big trust from Salty Steve to get in the paint and just finish that one away off of the nice dish from his teammate, and that will do it for the action. Only 3 games in this first series, but that was still very entertaining.
Yeah, no, that Game 3, although it was a sweep, that Game 3 was definitely entertaining. Obviously going to OT, I'm not sure how long the OT was, but it was 0 seconds, so it must have been a 0-0 scoreline going into OT, so it must have been pretty short. I think it was 20 seconds from right.
Yeah.
So not a very long OT. but an OT nonetheless, meaning it was a close game. And 3 looking pretty good in that game 3, just not quite enough to beat this Durats team, who looked pretty solid all series long.
Yeah, I thought Omega Blaze also played very well in that last game. He had a couple passes that didn't have any recipient on them. I thought maybe his teammates should have gambled on the pass, but unfortunately they didn't get the job done.
Yeah, unfortunately. Soon, I hope that we can get these guys in for a post-game interview. Here they come in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Congrats on the sweep, guys. I'm not sure if it was, back-to-back sweeps. I heard that you swept Himbungus' team.
Yeah, I think it is back-to-back.
It
is back-to-back.
That might have been.
Dang.
I might have been there.
I know y'all are feeling good. But I got a question for the captain. How does it feel? I mean, obviously coming off the double sweeps, how do you feel coming into the last third of this season and then playoffs?
I mean, right now we're sitting in a pretty good spot. Back-to-back sweeps. We lost a few close series. One series we probably shouldn't have lost, but I mean, we keep everyone close. Even that last game, 1-0 in overtime. So, yeah, we're feeling pretty good after going into the rest of the season.
For sure. And then I'll let you, Himbungus, have your pick at the other two if you want to ask a question to them.
So this could go out to kind of any one of you three, but what would you guys say the vibes are like on this Durats team now that they're up to 4-2 on the season?
Sleepy vibes.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say vibes are up, bro. Like that last series we just played, like we were having fun there at the end.
Especially when Sleepy's cat is trying to turn off his computer every now
Yes.
and again. So,
All good vibes.
Glad to hear.
Yeah, and then I mean, this one can also go out to anyone, but I mean, like I mentioned earlier, back-to-back sweeps, and you guys seem to struggle maybe a little bit early on in the season. What's changed within this team to make the improvement from? I'm not sure what your record was before, maybe 2-2 or whatever it was. But going back-to-back sweeps is is huge. So what has been a change for this team?
I think we've gotten more comfortable just playing with each other, just had more time to work on the chemistry with us, and I think that's really improved our game.
For sure. We could definitely notice it. You guys looked like you were playing well around each other, having good rotations. And yet again, congratulations on the sweep. Unfortunately, sweeps are good and all, but maybe not as good for content. But congratulations to you guys.
Yeah,
Congrats
sorry
on your
to be-
sweep.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us on the post-game interview. I'm gonna take it off with Ham for a little bit here. And Mungus, it was a great casting with you.
Yeah, it was.
Obviously your first time, so
Yeah, it was my first time. Hopefully it was bearable for all you guys in chat. It's only 3 games, so it wasn't that long, but yeah, no, I had a great time. It was a fun series to watch, even though if it was a 3-0 sweep, it was still very good.
I would say you did very, very well for your first time. First time casting, is always a toss-up. You never know how people are gonna perform, but I personally thought you did fantastic. I'm sure chat is gonna agree. But yet again, thanks for coming on. And we got 2 series after this, so we're gonna hit a quick intermission. Then I believe we have I'm not sure what division it is. We have another. I just got news that we have another Div V match coming up after this. So another good content match. Hopefully not a sweep for content purposes, but we will be back after a short intermission. And again, thank you guys for the subs. I believe it was a 14 sub, hype train. Thank you. I know it was K2, Whirl, Paco, and I believe Cripplify was somewhere in there, and then a couple others. Sorry if I'm missing you, but thank you guys so much for these subs.